not a good enough excuse.
I think the community is sick to death of hearing excuses for underpaid workers, particularly from big businesses.
Dragged to the Magistrates Court for ripping off its own staff. Australia's richest listed company, the Commonwealth Bank, pleaded guilty after failing to pay employees $1.6 million in long service entitlements.
The money should have been in the pockets of these workers at the time that it was due.
One of the largest private employees in the nation joins Optus, Coles and Woolworths in being busted.
These are businesses who have got tens of millions of dollars at their disposal. They've got every resource to get it right. They should get it right, and there's no excuse to not get it right.
The case was brought by Victoria's wage watchdog, with the charges eventually whittled down to involving just 17 former employees who missed out on more than $60,000. It's only a crime if payments didn't happen and staff had left the company. The bank has repaid employees still working for it and avoided charges on those cases. CBA said it cooperated with the investigation and has apologised to staff impacted by these past errors. Business groups often point to the complexity of state and federal industrial agreements and laws around employment. Labor experts say that's not an excuse.
It's accepted by many organisations that tax laws are complex, but they put in the effort to ensure that they comply. They pay for the advice that they need and they have the systems in place. That doesn't seem to have been the case with employment laws.
The magistrate agreed, telling the court inadvertence or system failures are not to be given as an answer to an inability to pay employee entitlements. The fine was small, just $36,000 for a company that produced a $10 billion profit last year. But it's mightily embarrassing, dragged to court alongside weekend drink drivers and shoplifters. With a message for the boardrooms of Australia.
These big companies should be thinking first and foremost about how to make sure they're doing the right thing, that they have the systems in place and the appropriate governance to make sure that it happens. There's no excuse and it starts at the top.
Like others appearing at the Magistrates Court with no prior convictions, there's a hope the experience will scare them into better choices in future.